Hey Spartans, welcome back. With E3 all but over, and in light of last night's episode of Xbox Daily, I think it's about time to talk about the various editions of Halo 5 Guardians, and specifically, a bonus feature included with the Limited Edition and Limited Collector's Edition, which for some reason isn't called a Legendary Edition. But I digress. Starting with the Limited Edition, buyers will get a Warzone Rec Bundle, a Guardian model by Metal Earth, a Spartan-themed Steelbook, Locke's Classified Orders, dossiers on Blue Team and Fireteam Osiris, a unique steel case, a physical edition of the game, and Halo The Fall of Reach animated series. A pretty impressive bundle, I must say. The Limited Collector's Edition will include all that, but with a digital copy rather than a physical copy, and a unique statue featuring John and Locke. Other than the lack of a disc, that's also a pretty nice deal. From pictures on Twitter, this statue looks to be about 15 or so inches, and can be displayed in one of two ways, with John and Locke working together or standing off. While this edition lacks a physical disc, it will be released a week early on October 20th to allow people to preload the game so that it will be available to play on midnight of October 27th. Much as I prefer physical media, the early release date certainly brought a smile to my face. Briefly. Overall, the editions are pretty solid, including some awesome swag and a few bonuses that can be redeemed in-game. However, the one thing that seems to have stood out in the minds of the Halo community, above everything else, is the Halo Fall of Reach animated series. Now, I have some fairly strong opinions on this particular piece, much of them born from the fact that I have been a Halo fan for some time and am very well versed in the lore. Now, to be clear, I completely understand why 343 are making this. The larger Halo community isn't well versed in the backstory of the Spartans, namely the Master Chief. Many people still don't know that the Chief isn't the last Spartan 2, or that he was kidnapped at the age of 6. Back when Halo 4 Forward Unto Dawn came out, people were shocked to discover that the Chief and the Spartans were actually younger than Lasky. Not by much, mind you, but still younger. That said, I can't say I'm all that excited about this series. The story of the Master Chief's origins has been quite thoroughly told in two forms of media, the original Fall of Reach and the comic adaptation. The story has been further explored and expanded upon in Halsey's Journal, a bonus included with the limited and legendary editions of Halo Reach, and more recently in Hunt the Truth, not to mention other stories that expanded on the origins and atrocities of the Spartan 2 program. My point is that we've heard this story told, arguably to death, depending on who you ask. Given that, I can't bring myself to be too excited about this series, not unless 343 are planning to expand upon it, an opportunity missed by the comic. There are a few ways I could see this happening. The main thing would be to include or at least reference characters and plots introduced in other media. Bring up and identify Saren Osman, once Saren 019, and how John used to tease her. Make note of Black Team beating Red Team during training exercises, or Grey Team and their propensity for individuality. Reference Daisy, Joseph, Ralph, Oscar, and another Spartan escaping not long after the Spartans received their augmentations. All of these could easily be done through the visual medium or with narration by Halsey. The second would be to make a reference to the washed out Spartans, those that were killed by their augmentations and secretly put into cryo. This would include members of Black Team and Saren 019. Use this opportunity to help smooth out the Spartan numbers issue. Finally, and this is the big one for me, include references and perhaps actual story material from Halo Reach. Show signs of the battles that raged in the Northern Vieri territory, and how these events were hidden from the Spartan 2s. Show Halsey being escorted to Castle Base by June, and maybe give us some reference as to how he got off Reach. And perhaps most important of all, reference, if not show, Keyes landing on Reach to recover the Cortana fragment. Stuff like this would enhance the viewing experience for longtime fans, while intriguing new fans and encouraging them to explore the larger universe. Best of all, it can all be done through character narration, or even better, visuals. This is an animated series after all. As they say, show, don't tell. Unfortunately, I seriously doubt that any of this will happen. It would require a lot of extra work, more than required for simply adapting a novel or comic. That isn't to call 343 lazy though. Everything has a budget and a deadline. My final gripe with the series isn't so much story related, but with how it will be presented. Like Forward Unto Dawn and Nightfall Before It, Fall of Reach will undoubtedly be viewable only through the Halo channel, with a physical and or digital media release no more than 6 months later. While I'm excited for Halo 5 as a whole, I can't say I'm any more than cautiously pessimistic about the Fall of Reach animated series. Of course, that's me. What do you guys think? Are you excited for these editions of Halo 5 Guardians? What do you think of the Fall of Reach animated series? Let me know in the comments below. For now, this has been Halo Canon, and I'll see you next time. Hey guys, thanks for watching my video. It means more than I can express in a few minutes of audio. If you did like it, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, share it around on whatever social media you see fit, and all that jazz. Thank you so much. Your support is everything. I would not be where I am without you. Thanks.